Hello there everybody, it's Jacob and Cosmo from Storyhouse here, and we are so excited to bring you this week's video. This video is all about the Commonwealth Games and a little bit about the Commonwealth itself. Are you ready, Cosmo? Let's get sporty. Before we get our running trainers on, it's probably a good idea to find out what the Commonwealth itself is first. The Commonwealth now stands for diversity, equality and friendship. And basically, it is a family of 54 countries from all over the world. These countries are from the Pacific, Africa, Asia, Europe, the Caribbean and the Americas. There are over 2 billion people in the Commonwealth, and together they make up 30% of all the world's people. That's 1 in 3 of every person on the planet. Whoa! You may already have heard of some Commonwealth countries like India, Canada, Malaysia, New Zealand, South Africa and the United Kingdom as well, where we live. The Commonwealth countries share skills and knowledge in a bid to help each other. Okay, we know a little bit about the Commonwealth now, but what about the Commonwealth Games? I need Detective Cosmo to get on the job. Okay, Detective Cosmo, I think it's time for you to get your magnifying glass out because I need you to do some research. Are you up to it? Of course you are. And yes, there will be a cod treat in it for him.
Cod treats. I've been doing my research all about the Commonwealth Games. The Commonwealth Games are not just a competition between countries, but a chance to inspire each other to greater achievements. It's a chance to meet as well as compete. That's why the Commonwealth Games are also known as the Friendly Games. Games are held every 4 years. They include athletics, boxing, cycling, swimming, gymnastics, rugby, badminton, judo, and many others. There are also para-sports events for elite athletes with a disability. Before the Games, a baton is carried to every country in the Commonwealth. It contains a special message from the head of the Commonwealth, Queen Elizabeth II. It has to travel nearly 200,000 kilometres. The Commonwealth Games started in 1930 as the British Empire Games. The Games have been held every 4 years since then, except for the years 1942 and 1946. The first Games took place in Hamilton, Canada. Athletes from 11 countries participated in 6 sports and 59 events. The Games have gone through many changes since that time. The name has changed several times and many sports have been added. The first team sports entered the competition for the 1998 Games in Kuala Lumpur. In 2000, the Games started a new tradition of youth games for athletes 18 years of age and under. These are also held every 4 years. In the 2002 Games held in Manchester, England, athletes with a disability were able to compete for the first time in certain sports. The next Commonwealth Games is due to be held in 2022 in Birmingham, England. How exciting! I hope I get a chance to see an event or two.
Me too, Cosmo. That sounds fantastic. And Birmingham isn't far away at all. Great work as ever, Cos, but I'm afraid your cod treat is going to have to wait because I need your help for the next part of the video. It's going to be really exciting though, I promise. Will you give me a hand?
Oh, go on then.
Thanks, Cos. Okay then, it's time to move on to our drama activity and I cannot wait for you to get going with this one. We're going to host our very own race. But there's a twist. We're going to make it a little bit silly, a little bit dramatic, and loads of fun. Because we're going to make it a slow motion race. Here's what we need to do then. Firstly, we need to find a little bit of space. Now, this can be anywhere, and it doesn't actually have to be 100 meters. We can use something called artistic license, where basically we get away with something in the name of drama. No matter where you choose to do your race, it is imperative that you make sure your area is safe. For example, if you chose to do yours outside, that's absolutely fine, but make sure there are no cars around or anything that could pose as a hazard. The idea behind this activity is that we make it very much over the top. Really enthusiastic, really dramatic, a bit silly at times, perhaps. For example, use your facial expressions. Make it clear to whoever is seeing your piece of drama that this is over the top and a bit of fun. Your actions and movement should be over the top as well. Exaggerate it. Make it bigger than real life. If you're completing this task alone, you might pretend that there are other racers and competitors beside you by looking from side to side. If you're with other people, you could create this race together and use teamwork to work out what each person is going to do. Before you get started, Cosmo and I have created our own version of a slow motion race. We've decided to do the 100-meter final at the Commonwealth Games in Birmingham 2022. So sit back, relax and watch our version before you create your own. Here it comes.
Good evening everybody and welcome to the Birmingham 2022 Commonwealth Games 100 metres final. There we see one of the competitors representing England, Jacob and also Cosmo. Cosmo comes into this race as the favourite given his wonderful time in the qualifying heats. He was by far and away the quickest.
Hi Mum, love you!
Fair to say that Cosmo doesn't look too impressed with Jacob's antics in front of the camera. No love lost between these two, of course, as we see Cosmo lurking in the distance as the competitors are urged to take their marks. No movement from Cosmo just yet, though. I wonder if this is a mind game. I wonder if this is him trying to get into the head of his competitor. Here we see Jacob approaching him as they offering their hand, and oh my goodness me! I cannot believe it. This lack of sportsmanship is unparalleled. Jacob nonchalantly turns away and returns towards his starting position. He gets down on one knee. Still no sign of Cosmo at this stage. More mind games? What do you think, co-commentator?
Well, it's a distinct lack of respect there from Cosmo, but it's what we've come to expect in this rivalry almost, ain't it? You know what I mean?
I do know what you mean. Quite extraordinary though, as we come to the beginning of the race and there is still no sign of Cosmo. Anyway, the pistol is about to fire. Jacob off to a quick start there as lightning fast as ever. He takes a stride forward and heads towards that finishing line. Still no sign of Cosmo. Jacob striding forward. Ooh, a little bit wobbly there, but he continues. Carrying on. Any sign of Cosmo? Nothing. Here he goes, Jacob, towards the finishing line. He's a whisker away. He keeps going, and oh my goodness me, he kicks himself in the back of the leg. I think he'll reach the finishing line anyway, will he? No! No, the drama! Oh goodness me, he falls to the floor. Still no sign of Cosmo, the other competitor though. All he needs to do is get up and cross that finishing line. So very close. Oh my goodness me! It's Cosmo on the outside there in lane 1 from nowhere. He saunters past Jacob and just like the tortoise and the hare, he takes the gold medal. Unbelievable stuff here in the Commonwealth Games 100 metre final. Cosmo wins gold.
Oh, you could just say that Jacob is favourite. He thought he had wrapped up and then he tripped over. The Cosmo, he can't even look at it, he walks away. Oh, it's dramatic, wonderful stuff.
You'll join us here at the medal ceremony for the 100 metres race winner. Proudly won in dramatic fashion by Cosmo. Of course, Cosmo demands cod treats as well as a gold medal.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of 100 metres representing England, Cosmo.
That boy loves his cod treats. Suits you, sir. Very good indeed. And now the proud moment of receiving the medal. over his head. He seems more interested in the cod treats after all. As you can hear, the crowd are going wild for this fan favourite. Captured the imagination, the bad boy of sprinting. He didn't even turn up for the beginning of the race and sauntered through to take what was rightfully his.
Well, if you notice, I don't think he seems all that keen on the medal. You see what he's doing? It's like, I think he might be trying to get it off. I think he's had his cod treats and he's ready for home. Look at that. Yeah.
You're absolutely right, there he goes. He leaves the medal behind, licks his lips, having enjoyed his cod treats. Ladies and gentlemen, Cosmo, the winner of the 100 metres race in the 2022 Commonwealth Games. Thank you and good night.
Well, would you believe it? From nowhere, Cosmo stole the gold medal from me. Oh well. Right then, now it's your turn. If you want to, you can take inspiration from the video that me and Cosmo created, or you can do your own version. It's entirely up to you. But remember, keep it dramatic, keep it over the top, and keep it fun. Are you ready? Here we go. At this point, you can pause the video and create your own version of a slow motion race. Cosmo and I will be waiting right here for you when you're done. Pause the video now. Okie dokie everybody, how did you get on? How did your race go? I really hope you enjoyed creating your race. Me and Cosmo had a great laugh doing ours. And it doesn't have to end there. Why not extend this activity by delving into some other sports and creating a slow motion version of them? You might do weightlifting or judo or basketball. The list is endless. I don't know about you, but I'm pretty exhausted after my slow motion race. What about you, Cosmo? Yeah, very tired indeed. I think it might be time to say goodbye then, but we really hope you've enjoyed this week's video all about the Commonwealth Games. We're off for a rest, but we'll see you very soon indeed. Goodbye.